So hi everyone. This will be the last part of our virtual assistant masterclass. Our topic for today is how you can create contents for your business. This is a fun part and I hope you do enjoy this part as much as I do. Okay, so let's start the lesson. Okay, before anything else, let's take a little step back. What are social media contents? We need to understand first what social media contents are. It's a must because you won't be able to understand how to create them if you don't understand the basics. It will be quick, I promise. Okay, so shall we start understanding them? Okay, so contents are what you post on your social media page or website, and it's also your way to showcase your business. So basically, the contents of your social media accounts are your way in exposing your business and sharing information to people or potential customers. It's your way of showing your knowledge, connecting with people, and bringing your brand or your business the exposure and presence that it needs. Now, let's go to the most important thing. The most important thing is social media contents are your way to connect with your customers in order to sell your products and services. Creating social media contents is your way to close a deal. It's your way to sell your products. You might be wondering why. Well, it's because you won't be it's because people won't be interested in the service you offer if you cannot prove any credibility or if you didn't do any content marketing. Remember, people will be more interested in your service if you let them know who you really are and what your business is all about. So let me give you a great example. Since we are all aspiring freelancers here, if you want to become a virtual assistant, you can share and create content that helps people, especially potential clients, to understand why they need the kind of service you offer and how you can possibly help them reach their goals and solve their problems. For example, you can somehow create a graphics with captions that explains your process of working or how your service can give them advantages and benefits. Okay? So is that clear? Is that clear? Okay, so if you have any question, feel free to comment down on this video, okay? Okay, so let's go to the next part. Does that sounds easy? Okay, so this is a top question, okay? So basically, it really sounds easy if you are hearing this right now, right? I bet it is, but no, it's not. Of course, the difficulty will still depend on how much you know your business and your target customer. There are different types of content, and not all of them is a fit for your business. You still need to learn a lot. So far you also still need to know the different types of contents that you can use in order to make it more effective. Okay, so let's try to understand a few of them. Okay, so I will talk about the three most used types of contents that you can try out for your freelancing business. So in this lesson, I will give you three types of contents. Okay, the first one is the user generated contents and testimonials. The next one is the infographics, also known as informative contents. And the last one are the empathy contents. So basically, for those people who attend my masterclass last year, I know you already have the idea how this content works. Okay, but for those people who doesn't have any idea how this content works, let's try to discuss these three types of contents that you can use for your freelancing business. Okay, so I can assure you that these three types of contents can be effective for your business as long as you do it, the proper way or the right way. Okay, so let's try to discuss them first so we know how to use them. Okay, so let's start with UGC, or the user generated contents and testimonials. Okay, so UGC and testimonials are types of contents that are used to connect with customers and posting credibility in social media. Okay, testimonials are known for bringing credibility and showing how your clients appreciate your work. Of course, a lot of us still don't have any testimonial, as some of us are still starting. Okay, so I do understand that. Okay, on the other hand, user-generated contents are contents that you get from other people. For example, you can get a photo from one of the best in your fields. You can try getting helpful contents from them and post it. This can increase your reach, but UGC are commonly used by established brands or companies, but you can still try it. Okay, so let me give you another example of user-generated contents that you can use when the time comes that you already have a client or you already had a client. Okay, so for example, for social media managers. So this is just an example, or social media marketers. So for example, your client shared a content that basically show that their business improves. For example, it can be a post that thanking their followers or sharing some wins. For example, they share contents about their Facebook groups that increases a lot through the months that you are working with them. So you can share that post on your social media account. So that's a user generated content. And you can try to add some captions like this client of mine already have or already had their goals for this month, etc., etc. Then you can tag them. Okay, of course, always tag them. Okay, so the strategy is to share some contents or photos of your potential customers. So you can also tag them to make them feel welcome. Okay, so if you have a group, for example, you want to be a coach or a mentor like us. So for example, you have some people that are joining your group, you can always share them the contents that, for example, contents that might feel them welcome. Okay, so I will share some posts on the group wherein you can see some user generated content so you can understand it more. Okay, so I hope I made that clear about UGC. Okay, so let's go to testimonials. Okay, so posting testimonials is just posting about the comments you get from your client. So now you may be confused on how you can get testimonials if you don't have any clients. Okay, so you can sorry about that. So you can get testimonials by giving away some free short service in exchange. For example, okay, sorry. So for example, you can always give them simple services or short services. So giving graphics design services for a week or social media management service for a week in exchange of testimonials. Okay. So a lot of freelancers are already doing this. They try to post on different social media groups that are full of entrepreneurs, business owners, and coaches. Okay. So they try to, sorry, so they try to give some value by um, asking for testimonials. Rather, sorry, I'm choking. So asking for testimonials in exchange of free short service. You can always do this. It's a little investment or a little sacrifice on your part in order to get some testimonials. Okay. So this is a great investment because testimonials can give you clients. Okay, so when a client saw that you have that a lot of people have testified on your work, they might be interested to work with you too, right? So this is a way to increase your credibility as a freelancer. Okay, so it's a little sacrifice you can do in order to gain more returns in the future. Okay, so let's go to the next one. Okay, the next one is the so-called infographics or the informative contents. Okay, so infographics or informative contents are simply just sharing informative contents for your customers or potential client. Okay, so the strategy here is that the strategy here or the most common explanation for this one is that infographics are kind of tricky, and that's the reality. Okay, but if you want, you can create graphics that gives value like tips and tricks or motivations for starters. So if you don't have any idea how to create infographics, you can always use Canva for inspiration. You can also use Pinterest, by the way, if you want to get some inspiration on how you can create infographics for your business. So for example, in Pinterest, you can search for like infographics on the search bar, and they will show you different infographics created by different businesses. And you can get a little bit of an idea about how you can create your own infographics for your business. But you know, if you search for infographics, you may see that it's a little bit more complicated to do, okay, than simple graphics. So if you don't want, or if you are not ready yet to do that kind of graphics, since you know, most of us don't really have the eye for designs, but if you really don't have any idea on how to do it, or you don't have any ideas on what to input in there, so you can try doing a little bit of motivational post or a little bit of infographic post. So for example, you can sorry, it's not infographic, it's informative post, okay? So for example, you can create contents or graphics on Canva that says how to become a social media manager, or how a social media manager can help you. So this is an example for aspiring social media managers, okay? Then after that, you can share, or you can create a caption that explain why social media managers are important. Okay. For example, you can talk about how social media managers can help increase the business of a specific business owner, or how it can help an owner to or a business owner to increase the number of engagement that they get from their business. Okay. So you can talk about all you want about it, and maybe someday, or maybe a certain business owner can read your post, and basically they will admire how you are, how knowledgeable you are in terms of social media management, and they might hire you in the future. Okay? So this is a continuous process. So you also need to plan this out on how you can create informative posts that shows your dominance in the field. Okay, so this is kind of tricky, and it takes a lot of content creation and content management. Okay, so I hope I can discuss that on our succeeding webinars in the future. Okay, but right now I'll encourage you to read more about content management. Okay, and content planning. Okay. So let's go to the next one, which is called the empathy content. So this will be the last type of content, okay? So this type of content is used to connect with customers by acknowledging their problems and possibly give solution, okay? So this is the most fun thing to do. That's just my opinion, but I don't know how you stand with empathy content, okay? So technically, um empathy contents are are posts or highly effective type of content that you can use, where you can share solution and possibly sell without sounding too salesy. Okay? So the strategy and the main idea about this is to share thoughts and experience with your clients to make them feel that they are not alone and you know the solution to their problems. So for example, like me, I can create empathy contents stating that I also have difficulties passing an interview with a client. Okay, and then when I acknowledge that problem that most of my future students or some of my current students are already facing, I can always share them the solution that I did in order to pass the interview. Okay, that's called empathy content. Okay, you are trying to share real experience with your potential customer, and that is highly effective for me. Okay, so for me, that is the most highly effective and underrated type of content, because you are not forcing your people or your clients to buy your product, but you are showing them that you already know the solution to that problem, and that you already share, or you have shared the same experience that they are facing right now, and you can possibly give the solution. Okay, so let's take another example. So for example, you're a virtual assistant. Okay, then how can you create an empathy content that possibly, or can possibly make your potential clients know more about you, or you know how you can connect with them. So for example, I can create a content as a VA stating that I already faced a lot of business problems wherein I lack. Okay, so we're in what do you call this? I lack experience and I lack of help. Okay, so I don't have any help in my past business, and that makes my business go down the hill. but now I find the solution. Okay, so I found the solution that makes my business grow bigger and bigger through the years. Okay, so for example, that's the problem that I had. Okay, so most of my potential customers already facing that problem right now because most of them are not effective in terms of business management. So now I will offer my solution. Okay, so in order to do that, I myself find the solution that I will need a virtual assistant to do that. And fortunately, I can help you on ganyan ganyan or etc etc. Okay? So it's really hard to explain, but then again, you'll get the idea. It's like offering or giving empathy to the problem that they are having right now, then possibly giving them the solution that they need. Okay? So it's kind of hard to explain how you can do that, but it's easier to post or to share you some empathy contents that you can use. Okay, so I'll try my best to share some empathy contents with you too so you can see the difference between an empathy content and other types of content. Okay, so now let's take it a little bit deeper. Okay, so is it easier to understand now? Okay, so I'm really not sure if it's easier to understand now that I shared with you the different types of content, but I do hope that it's easier for you to understand it right now. Okay, so just make sure that you try and analyze the different types of content too. Okay, so you can start with the basic ones, which is the informative content. Then you can go to empathy content. Then you can go to the user generated content and testimonial once you have your clients. Okay, so you can always choose what you think is best for your business. Okay, okay, so let's take it a little bit deeper. Okay. So, sorry. So let's talk about the graphics and the creating captions for your business. Okay, for your business graphics. Okay. So how about graphics? So create graphics that reflects your personality and your message. Okay, you don't need to copy anyone. You don't need any template because in terms of graphics, you are the only one who can create your own graphics that matches your business. Okay. So just make sure too that your graphics are aligned with your branding. So I usually use the brand color and font that you use with your brand. So for example, you use the color pink on your logo itself as a VA or a freelancer. So try to use that as much as possible. Okay? Whenever you create a graphics, try to use that same color that you use for your logo. That's called branding. Okay? Then, how about captions? So make sure that when you make a certain caption for your post, try to connect with your customer and talk to them. Okay? Do not be a robot. Okay? Do not be a robot or like Siri who just told you something technically, super technical. So don't do that, guys. So your caption should come from the heart to make it sound more intimate and more relatable. Okay? So for me, in order to connect with your customer, you need to make things more relatable for them. That's why we use empathy content too. Okay, we need to connect with them. We need to talk to them in a way that that feels like we are talking to a person in front of us. Okay, so do not use anything that might sound a little bit AI. Okay, so do not create contents that it's like created from artificial intelligence. Okay, don't do that. Talk like a person and not as a robot. Okay. Okay so okay so rem- um what should I do next? Okay, so now when you did make the graphics and the caption, so what's next? Okay, so promote your post to different groups and use good hashtags to make sure that you interact with the right people. Increase your engagement by commenting and interacting with other people because it's good for your online presence. Okay, so remember, in order to promote your post and account organically, organically or free, you need to interact with other people too. Comment to other people's accounts, especially on Instagram. Like their comments on your post. Be highly attentive to message that you receive from them, etc., etc. Okay, and the proper use of hashtag too can drive a lot of traffic. Okay, so a lot of you may ask me, how do I do my hashtag? Okay. So I'm not really going to share the technical parts, but for you to understand how to create your hashtags or how to choose your hashtag more effectively, learn to understand your ideal client and see what hashtag they usually use so they can also see you. Okay, so for example, your clients is more on your ideal client is more on the e-commerce side. Okay, so technically they want to open a drop shipping business or possibly open a shop from this for themselves, an online shop for themselves. So try to search for different hashtags that are used to share e-commerce contents, okay, or online store contents. Then try to use that and see what happens. Okay, just take your time in learning everything that you need to know about your client, even their age and location. Okay, so this is a trial and error method. Okay, so you don't always use the hashtag permanently. For example, you use this hashtag for this post, then you will use it on all your posts. No, it's not like that. You need to experiment. Okay? So hashtags, I will really discuss it with you guys on the succeeding lessons because it's really, really interesting and it can help you a lot. It can help you grow your business as well as grow your client's business and connect with your client. Okay, so I will surely discuss this in the future lessons. I hope you can be patient with me. And I do hope that you learn something from me, okay? So that's it. This will be the end of our virtual assistant masterclass, and I'm really, really sorry if I stutter a lot during this lesson. Okay, so you got this, guys. Relax and enjoy the process of creating your online presence, and good luck. Okay, if you have any questions about how you can do it more effectively, or if you want to have a mentor somehow to help you with this, we always offer a 1 month mentorship called Project Freelancer. So I accept 100 students every month. So that will run from the first day of the month up to the end of the month. Okay. So I do hope that a lot of you can join. It's I have limited slots only per month, but I still hope that I can accommodate all of you. Okay. Aside from that, we will also have tons of webinars in this group, and also possibly I will share a lot of ideas and lessons with you for free. Okay, so you got this, guys. Thank you so much for listening to our virtual assistant masterclass. You can always find this on the guide section of the group. Okay, so if you have any question, feel free to send me a message, and I do hope that you learned something from me. Okay, guys, thank you so much and have a good day. Okay, bye bye.